Okay, this is Chapter 6, Section 1 in Algebra 2. It's all about Chapter 6 is all about radical equations, so square roots. And we're going to start off with a lesson about rational exponents. Basically, what we mean, a rational exponent is an exponent that is a fraction. Remember, rational equals fraction. All right, and this is really 1/2 of a fraction. So basically what this states right here, a to the m over n is the same thing as saying the top number is your normal power, just like this is to the power. The bottom number is your root. So we've got your power on top, that's the m, and your roots on bottom, that's your n. Alright, a negative fraction, the negative means something else. The negative means I'm on the wrong side. If you have a negative exponent, remember that just means we're on the wrong side of the fraction. So to take care of the negative, we take it and we put it on bottom. And then again, to expand it out completely and write it in a different form, your m, your top part of the fraction, still your power. The bottom part is still your root. So what we're going to do here is we're going to scroll down to the notes, the example portion, and we're going to start powering through these a little bit. So in exercises 1 through 3, find the indicated nth roots. All right, so we want the root, the third root of 125. So this is kind of like saying, hey, if I have the root of negative 125, what times itself 3 times? Well, 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. But to get the negative, we make them all negative. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25 times a negative 25 times a negative 5 is a negative 125. So the third root of that is negative 5. 2 and 3 work exactly the same way. Go ahead, pause it, see if you can do them. But otherwise, we're going to keep on going. Hopefully you took the pause. So if we want the second root, so that's the square root, which we don't normally write the square. Normally when there's blank, there's an understood 2 there. It's negative 400. Well, the problem with this is you can't take the square root of a negative. We can't take an even root. So we've talked about this already. If you have a negative in a square root, that becomes an I. That's your imaginary. And the square root of 400 is 20. 2 times 2 is 4, and 10 times 10 is 100. So 20 times 20 is 400. So if you have an even number up here, if you have 2, 4, 6, 8, anything up there, an even number, you cannot take the square root of a negative. So it's going to come out as an imaginary number. And that's okay. Just put a little I next to it. All right, third one. If you haven't paused and tried it yourself yet, go ahead and try it yourself. I want the 6th root of 64. Pause. Okay, so if we want the 6th root of 64, well, what times itself 6 times is 64? It's 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64. So therefore the 6th root is 2. Remember, a root asks the question, what times itself that many times is this part on the inside? What times itself that many times is this number on the inside? Okay?